I grew up in a musical family, and so
Oh.
my dad owned a music store when I
Mm.
was growing up, and he was a sound engineer. And
Mm.
then my mom always she grew up singing and traveling and things like that. And so I grew up in it, and so it just became a part of me.
So when did you first start singing? Like since school, were you always a performer there for stage performances? And how did you sing, like begin with singing in when you were young?
Yeah, when I was about 5 years old, I started. I was a drummer. I was playing drums at
Hmm.
5 years old,
Oh,
and so
oh, that's very impressive.
yeah, we were doing talent shows at my schools, and I started singing a little bit when I was about 6. I stopped singing when I was about 8. I started
Hmm.
playing sports,
Okay.
baseball and things,
Hmm.
and then I really didn't start back singing until I was about 17, 18.
Oh, so all right. So
Yeah.
that's been nice. And you have been in the show for quite some time now, and there are all these wonderful artists you have been working with. Pretty sure there is so much that you must have learned and seen as to what differently they do. Do you ever feel nervous, anxious, competitive in the sense that what if they turn out being winning the show and I don't get to? How do you deal with that sense of competition or fear that might come to you?
Yeah, I don't approach it with any sort of fear. I just really try to embrace the moment and
Hmm.
try to take advantage of every second that I get. Even with the artists and things I've worked with Michael Bublé, whose team I
Hmm.
represent. Just trying to take advantage of every moment I get with them, just to learn and grow and take in all the knowledge I can with them. And if I'm off tomorrow, then I've learned all I could during that time.
Hmm.
That's been my goal the whole time. And so
And ever since you have been on the show, how has the fan interaction changed for you? Are people approaching you differently on social media platforms, or when you just go out in the public, are they coming up to you and being like, "Hey, we have seen you and you're at The Voice, and we would like to get an autograph"? How has the fan interaction changed?
it has been night and day difference. Beforehand, it was meeting a lot of folks and all that, but now it's like, can I get your autograph? And
Can I
can
get
we
a
get a
selfie with you?
picture? Tons of pictures, tons of autographs. That's been the biggest change. I played a show last night, and I'm used to playing. I play like 3 hour shows, but I'll do like
Hmm.
two 15-minute breaks.
Hmm.
I haven't really had a break and since since all this has happened, because as soon as I go on my break, people start coming up. Hey, can we get a photo with you, selfie, or can you sign my shirt? Or it's been pretty cool.
So you talked about how people come up to you during the shows and when you perform these long gigs. How different is it while you're performing for the live audience and in your own comfort compared to how different it is when you're performing at The Voice for a televised, like national TV show? So do you do something
Yeah.
differently or is it the same?
Um, I think for the show, I'm more focused on the performance than I am necessarily at a gig. Where most times I'm just either playing background music or whatever it might be. But um, I'm really uh, while there is an audience, while there is a TV audience, ultimately my approach has been I'm singing for Michael Bublé, because
Hmm.
he's the one that's going to make the choice whether I move next round or if I don't. And so most of my approach has been really just focusing in on I've really got to make him feel what I'm singing right now, and he's really got to enjoy this. And so um, while the audience is there, I really have an audience of one with him there. And so um, this that's been a lot different than
Hmm.
just my normal gigs and and stuff. So um, I love interacting with my audience at my
Hmm.
gigs, and just feeding off of, hey, what do you want to hear? What do you want to
Hmm.
hear? Things like that. So it's definitely a different approach.
Oh, so you have been on Michael Bublé's team for some time now, and what is this one piece of advice he, as a mentor, has given you that kind of have changed the way you used to approach singing or as an artist for you?
Yeah, I think my favorite piece of advice he gave me was actually something that deals with offstage. And
Hmm,
that's my family. I'm a big family guy, and I
definitely.
got three kids and a beautiful wife.
Really.
And my question for him was, how do you balance
That's
family,
good. Yeah.
music? And he said there is no balance. You know,
Oh.
there is no balance. You always choose your family. the
Hmm.
musical the music will make its way. You know, music's always going to be there for you, and it'll make its way, you know, however that looks, but you always choose your family. And so that was that meant a lot coming from him, because he's a mega star, you know. And so he's
Absolutely.
always traveling, always going. And so to hear that from him just really reassured me in that. And so that was absolutely my favorite piece of advice from him.
So this was going to be our next question, and I was going to ask you, how do you manage your, presence at the show, your music gigs, along with your family? And given you told us about your wife, your three lovely kids, so according to you also, there's no balancing. You're always prioritizing your family.
Yeah, yeah, and, they support me so much. A lot of times they'll be at my shows with
Hmm.
me when they can. When they're not, you know, when they're not, my wife's awesome. She
Hmm.
takes care of the household and the kids and everything. And but at the end of the day, you know, I try the best I can to
Hmm.
put them first. So I try to be at every event I can. My little boy's playing baseball now, so I try my best to be as much into that world as I can with him and my girls. And yeah, it's a there is no balance. It's always them. The music is always going to be there. So yeah.
Are your kids also interested into music? Like, are they learning? Are they following their father's footsteps?
Yes, absolutely. They love music. They love it. And as soon as we get in the car, it's give me your phone. I want to play some music. They're the DJs in the car. And so they're in love with it. My little boy sings a lot at my shows
Hmm.
when he shows
Oh,
up. And people are starting to ask, where's Xander? Where's your little boy at? Is he going to sing tonight? Or
that's so nice.
and, my, and now because of that, my little girls are starting to do the same thing. And so they love it. They love it, and I'm enjoying watching them just fall in love with it.
Okay, and I was just going through your recent battle that you had with, I believe you had a recent your battle with Austin Gilbert, and you
Yeah.
were the one chosen up for the round, and he got saved. And so,
Hmm.
were you nervous while that was happening? That this could be a day where where your journey with the show might end, or you might get forward.
Yeah.
So, how do you approach battle rounds?
Yeah. Battles were good. They, like you said, they had the save, they had the steal.
Hmm.
Um, I just had to give it my best. And to be honest, me and Austin, we formed a great friendship through that
Hmm.
whole process. So we were honestly rooting for each other, and we told each other before we walked on the stage,
Hmm.
Reba's gonna steal one of us, whether it's you, whether it's me. It's gonna be one of us. And that was our approach. We were just gonna put on a great show, perform as well as we both could, and see what happened from there. And that's all you can do at the end of the day. Um, you know, I try to leave the nerves and leave the questions and trying to guess what's going to happen. I try to leave all that off stage and just really give the best I can. And so that was my approach with battles. Just I want to shine. I want Austin to shine, and somebody's going to get that Reba steal, and that's what happens. It worked out.
That's nice. So, just the thought of like maybe at one point of time you either win the show or you don't. So, does the thought of not winning the show anytime create any sense of anxiety for you, or are you fearful? Do you fear the results or something, or are you just enjoying yourself and putting yourself the best out there?
Yeah, I'm just enjoying the process. I'm enjoying everything about it. And you know, if I'm off the show tomorrow, it's not gonna deter me or down me. You know, to make it this far, you
Hmm.
know, I'm now in the top
Definitely.
16. To
Yes.
make it this far, you know, and to have a second chance at doing it is a big deal, and I don't take it lightly. I'm grateful for the journey I've had, and so if we keep going, then awesome. If not, we're just gonna see where the road's going from here, you know. And so I'm
Oh.
excited about the future.
All right. So, how has your
Yeah.
interaction off stage been with your art, like with your fellow artists? Do you guys practice your singing sessions also together? How do you interact with them?
Yeah, this they're tons of fun. There's some great folks, and that's one of the best things about this whole show is just meeting all these other amazing artists. And so yeah, we have some little get-togethers where we all get together and just sing and hang out. There's moments where we sing our upcoming song for each other just to hear one another's critiques or anything like that. And it's really healthy. It's a really healthy environment. Just a lot of great interaction with one another.
Okay, and Rob, a lot of new artists who want to start with singing, they are very skeptical of being rejected or facing criticism. And since you have not been part of the 25th season and now you're part of the 28th season, what do you advise them? How should they be dealing with rejections? Because I think as a singer or in any part of your life, rejections are something you cannot evade. They're gonna come your
Yeah,
way no matter what. So, what would you advise to the new artists who want to get into music but are fearful of getting rejected?
yeah. I said it on the very first episode of this season. No, there's no does not mean never. No is not the same thing as never, and so
Hmm.
you can either take no and build your house there and decide that, oh well, it's over, or you can take no and you can learn to grow. You can get better. Take those opportunities you get, those little ones. I've played in front of 6 people in 3 hours, and I've played in front of thousands of people in 3 hours, and so um, take every opportunity you can to grow. Don't settle on a no, because it's ultimately you can make it a really good thing, and that's what I've tried to do is make that no those no's, those no chairs that I got in season 25 were
Hmm.
a positive thing for me, because
Hmm.
I took those and I went and I said, you know what, I really want to do this.
Hmm.
I believe this is a part of my life, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to grow. I'm going to get better, and I'm going to come back and try again. And so to any artist out there who is dealing with that, just go for it. Keep trucking. You know, don't dwell on that too long. You know, look at it as an opportunity to learn and grow.
So, while you have been in The Voice for like this long now, has it like come up with more like better opportunities for you as an artist? What are the new opportunities that you have been getting post The Voice to perform or to go for gigs and
Yeah,
opportunities?
yeah. The stages are definitely getting a little bigger. You know, I'm used to these last 3 years. I've been playing in bars and restaurants and you know, musical venues, but nothing like elaborate.
Hmm.
But you know, as recent as earlier this week, I was out in a town I'd never been to, here in North Carolina,
Hmm.
and got to play on a big stage in front of a couple hundred people, and it's just been amazing. Yeah, just bigger opportunities are coming, and you know, it's continuing to grow. So
That's very good to know. So, how do you plan to pan out your music career now when the show ends? And great, if you win, awesome. That's what we're
yeah,
all rooting for. And when the show ends, so how are you thinking about what plans do you have?
yeah. My biggest thing is to continue. I don't want to go back where I was. You
Hmm.
know, I'm there's a sense of momentum that comes with this whole
Hmm.
voice thing, and your social media, especially, you're
Hmm.
getting new fans and new followers and all that. And you know, my plans are to venture out to try to get into states that I hadn't played in, or
Hmm.
you know, cities that I hadn't played in yet. And
Hmm.
so yeah, we got some plans in the works, behind the scenes that are going to be really fun. So whether I win the whole thing or whether I don't, it's all been a positive, and it's been really good. And so I'm gonna try to take advantage of all that I have, while I have it. So yeah,
That's very good. And Rob, it was such an insightful conversation with you, getting to know about your music journey so far, how much you love your family support, and getting to know
Yeah.
about your lovely wife. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wish you
yeah.
all the best for the show, and yeah, I hope we see you winning.
Thank you so much. It really means a lot.
Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.
Absolutely. You too.